Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham News and Update show for Tuesday, January 23rd. Yes, I'm trying out the OBS stream here. It is not perfect. If it isn't, I will stop and I will do another one on our regular outlet. But right now, excuse me, I'm going to give this a shot and see if I can get this OBS thing up and working, and maybe work on some kinks in there. So I have it live over here, but yes, as you can see on the thumbnail, we are going to be talking about the new center backs, the center backs that are coming back in. So as it says welcome backs. As you can see, here we go. I'm going to give this a shot and see if I can. All right, that looks good. I'm just checking it out over here. I can't hear myself. I think it's. Let me just check. Yes, all right, sounds good over there. Sounds good. Bear with me. We're going to work this out. So the sound is good over there. I have the chat. Unfortunately, I can't get the chat up there. I haven't quite figured that out yet. But I'm going to do a live show with the news and updates for Wrexham today. The Wrexham News and Update show. So let's see how we do today. As you can see on the thumbnail, it says "Welcome backs, Hayden and Jordan Tunnicliffe," and that's going to be one of the tops of the news topics today. And we're going to talk about the results today. There was some really good results. Also, we completed a signing of one of our keepers who's going to be here permanently. Have that up here. That is, it's going to be Luke McNicholas. And there's a rumor going around about the Notts County winger Jodi Jones. We're just briefly chat about who he is and what he has to offer. How much BS is it? But like, share, subscribe. Appreciate all the support, and we are on our way to 1,000. And as you can see, we're still. Look at this right here. I fixed the sound, I think. So I got a lot of stick in the. For the one last night, which I totally understand was a little low. I tried to listen to it myself, so I really apologize on that. But I think I fixed the sound. I fixed the banner here. That's good. Don't have the chat up. Working on that. So things are here and there. I mean, if I mess around a little bit, you can see what's going on. Like image 3 here. No, that's not what I wanted to show. Let me see if I can. Like things like this, they're not working. Nothing works. Like a 2-cam, I could do a 2-cam if someone's in there. Look at this stuff. All this is coming. What else is going on here? Where's this guy? So see that? Oh, look at all this cool stuff that's coming. That's gonna be possibly for the Blackburn game. We're gonna have that up there. Look at all the fun stuff. You can see the starting 11. This right here, that's gonna be where the clock will be. So all the fun stuff's coming. I'm working on it. I'm working without a net, and it's fun. It's fun to learn this stuff. Although, like, there you go. Look at that. Okay, what am I doing here? Let's get back to the show. How do I shut that down? Okay, good. Back to the show. There we go. But that's the stuff that's coming. So thank you, Just Josh Media. He does UV, and he also does I think he does the Arsenal one as well. So yeah, it's fun stuff. So thank you very much to him. But let's get back into the show. Drop a like, and let's get into talking about this comeback kids. These comeback kids, welcome backs. Yeah. So Jordan Tunnicliffe, 2 Wrexham center backs, made their comebacks for the reserves. It was a reserve game today. I didn't check the result on it, but we had a reserve match today, which is great. So some players got to play, and 2 of those players were Hayden and Jordan Tunnicliffe. It's 2 center halves. Obviously, O'Connell played on the weekend, so he got some time back, and that was going to be possibly his. He was going to play today, but Hayden and Tunnicliffe came in and played. And I think I saw Boyle playing. I think Boyle was in there as well. So with that said, and we'll get to the article real quick by the leader, is that players are coming back. We need players to come back. With Stash being out, it's going to be weeks. I said weeks, not months, but with Stash being out, O'Connell, Hayden, and Tunnicliffe, and everyone needs to come back, and we need to get people back fit. So it's very, very important, and I'm struggling to see how, if we don't get these guys back, we don't go into the market. We only have 7 days left, or whatever it is. That we're gonna be in some trouble and maybe go light. And I'm not talking about like the starting 11. I'm talking about what happens when we need to go to the bench for whatever reason. And obviously talked about McLean being possibly could be suspended for certain things if he keeps getting yellow cards. So all these things are coming into play. But, all right, into the article here from Richard Williams, who I did speak to. It may be Thursday morning now. Maybe Thursday morning. If we can do that, I'd be super happy. Yeah, he and I connected. Also, we do have the lens flare back. Okay. Aaron Hayden and Jordan Tunnicliffe will make their comebacks from injury in a reserve team match this afternoon. Hayden, who has endured his fair share of misfortune on the fitness level over the last 12 months, was forced off in the 3-0 FA Cup second round win against Yeovil Town on December 23rd. Now, that's a lot. That's a bit ago. That's over a month ago, about 6 weeks, like I said. Also, Yeovil Town. I'm sure Mike's still waiting on his hat from Addison Madison. It hasn't showed up yet. Anyways, fellow center back Jordan Tunnicliffe has struggled with back and hamstring problems, restricting him to just 7 appearances this season. That's got to be frustrating for him. With the last coming of the 2-0 victory at home against Gillingham on November 11th. So he's been out an even longer time. Goes on to say, the duo are closing in on a return, while fellow defender O'Connell, it's not Egan, and I screwed this up again. Anyways, O'Connell was also penciled in to make his comeback for the reserves against Huddersfield today, but he appeared as a substitute in 1-0 defeat against Newport County, which was unfortunate. But so he's not gonna, so he didn't play today. So he got his training in, or he got his time in that he would have gotten today, but he got his time in. So I expect O'Connell to step right in. If not, I expect Hayden to get in there. I think those two guys are going to be battling it out for who's going to be picking up for where Stash left off. Although I think Hayden's probably a little better on the ball than O'Connell. I think O'Connell's like a proper defender. Hayden's a more athletic defender, but I think if we're looking for someone to replace O'Connor, who is a little more active, a little more on the ball, a better passing range, I think it's going to be Hayden. But O'Connell is a very, very powerful defender. So we'll see. William Boyle was recalled to the side for the Welsh Derby in the place of Tom O'Connor, who has been ruled out for weeks because of a slight fracture in his foot, but he was shown a straight red card after 18 minutes. This is in the article, by the way, following a dangerous tackle, which O'Connell coming off the bench for his first taste since December. So he's probably blowing a bit, and I thought he played really well. Again, I mentioned yesterday on the show, actually we did 2 shows yesterday, on the recording show, that I thought O'Connell was the best player right behind our keeper, AO. Our keeper AO is awesome. So, and I'm going to talk about the keeper that we signed to a permanent deal. What that might mean for AO. We signed Luke McNicholas to a permanent deal today. So what does that mean for AO? We're going to talk about that. Get into it a little bit later. Anyways, I see some people in the chat. I can view you over here. So drop me some notes in there. I can see your messages. I can't see them up here, and I can't get them up there. But I can see if you want to put some messages in here, I'm here. So just throw them in there, and I'll talk about them and keep the show going a bit. So, anyways, with Jordan Davies has a heel issue. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's plantar fasciitis. I'm not quite sure. Jordan Davies has a heel. Anthony Ford has a back issue. I think he's getting a scan. Fletcher has a calf. He's also been sidelined. And Andy Cannon wasn't risked because he had his concussion protocol. So, fair point with that. Never want to mess with the head. Parkinson will be hoping Hayden and Tunnicliffe come through unscathed today. And I didn't get any updates after the match. So, this article came out earlier. You can scroll through Twitter. I can, but I want to talk about what we do know. So I'm assuming. I can do this today. Whatever I can. It's 6 o'clock here right now. So just 6 o'clock. Let's see if there's any updates on the website. Nothing. Competition of Charles Sutton. Nothing on the website in regards to how they came through on the reserve match, which is fine. Maybe we'll know tomorrow. But yeah, nothing on that for them, which is good. So I'm hoping no one got injured. They came through. It was a reserve match. I'm sure people weren't throwing themselves about. Anyways, so this is a Parkinson quote here. We need to assess everybody, and yeah, he mentioned that after the match, the injuries, that is. We've got a reserve game on Tuesday, which was today, at Huddersfield, which I'm looking forward to because it gives Jordan and Aaron some valuable game time. So I hope they got good game time today, came out unscathed, and I hope we can use them moving forward. That's something I think is very, very important for our squad. We've got a reserve game Tuesday. O'Connell was going to play in that, but he had missed minutes. But he had his minutes in Newport, so we will assess those players. Wrexham's next game is against Blackburn Rovers at Ewood Park in the FA Cup 4th round. So that's a Monday night, and we will be doing that live. I'm might be in Connecticut for that, so be a little later for me. Might be, that's that'd be exciting to do a little bit later. So I might be in Connecticut for that to watch that, but we will have the watch along. I don't know if we'll have all the fun stuff like this stuff. Let's see, is this it? Maybe that'll be up there. I don't know. Maybe that's going to be up there. I hope it is. But yeah, that stuff would be really great. And the timer. Actually, hold on. Image 3. There you go. Boom. Look at that. Oh yeah. Oh, if we could have that going with the timer, whew. And then everyone's. I could bring up people's. If I could bring up people's. Oh, that's not good. If I could bring up people's messages, that'd be great. You can still hear me, I hope. Let me just double check on that. I hope it is. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, awesome. All right, I can see it happening. Great. So that's that. Rowers were given Wrexham 7,000 ticket allocation for the tie, which is being screened live on BBC One Wales. So that's in Wales. We will get it in here in the States on ESPN Plus ESPN Plus. So we're gonna have that. Very, very excited about that. But that's that's the news and notes in regards to the to Aaron Hayden and Tunnicliffe, who are on the thumbnail, and Egan O'Connell is back. Have to assess Stash and see where he's at. Also, too, this is good and bad news. So good and bad news is that we're gonna get. I have it written up here. We're gonna get our boy back who played for Gambia. Unfortunately, they lost. Mendy is gonna be back. Mendy's team lost today 3-2. He started today, so really good for him. On a personal note, that he did start today. He got a second start. It's his third cap for Gambia, and they lost 3-2 today. And he played two appearances in the AFCON, but they're out of the competition after the Cameroon defeat. So unfortunately, he's going to be coming back soon. They'll probably give him a couple days off because that's hard travel on him. So I don't anticipate him back. Probably maybe for the Salford game, which would be nice to have him back on the bench, which is great. So he's important to come back too because we talked about the cards with McLean. If McLean has an issue and gets suspended for a couple games, we need Mendy. We need Mendy in there. So we got to watch out for that. All right, let's move on. Moving on, and I see people watching. And please drop something in the chat. Love to see what everyone's thinking in regards to all that stuff. And I'm going to get to the results today too. Don't worry, I will be getting the results. Okay, so this came across too. This is from Transfer Center 9 TC9. Got a blue check, but I can get a blue check. Anyone can get a blue check. This is on there. There was a lot of BS, a lot of poop emojis going out there about this one. For Notts County have accepted a bid for winger Jodi Jones from Wrexham AFC for about 350,000 quid. I don't know about that. Let's see. So I'm going to move on. We'll talk about the article. Not the article. His post. The winger has 15 assists so far this season. Wrexham feel the Malta international can fire them to the title. He probably can. Jones is extremely keen on the move and has received a substantial pay increase. Contract length is undisclosed. So, as I can see, there were a lot. Like I said, there were a lot of people like Bolt calling BS. You never know. Things can come to fruition. That we had the other one about Humphreys, about the Wigan star. We had the other one about his his other fellow player there. Who was that? The other Notts County guy. If I can get anything right today, that'd be great. The other Notts County player was, I should know all this stuff. I mean, so much running through. The other Notts County player. Sorry, I know you're all like screaming at me. Macaulay Longstaff. How do I forget that? Macaulay Longstaff. Better call McCall. Sorry about that for the, usually have things up. But Jodi Jones, who is he? He's October 22nd. He's 26 years old. He's from Malta, born in London. He's a London right winger. He's a right winger. He's 23 appearances, 4 goals, 11 assists, 6 yellows so far this season. But in that note, he said he's had 15 assists so far this season. Is that wrong? So one of these is wrong. He gets assists. 4 goals, 11 assists, so 6 yellow cards, 26. So, the article says here, or the post says that he has 15 assists. And, could this be true? I don't know. There was a lot of BS called. So somebody in the chat, sorry, this is great. Ryan Spalding. Ryan said, watch the Gambia game today. So heartbreaking. Was up 2-1. Then they had their own goal. Then an own goal late in the game. I didn't see the match today, but that's the Mendy what happened with Mendy today, unfortunate. So good news and bad news, as I mentioned, but it's good to probably get him back sooner than later. But obviously these games are in the middle of the season, and it's unfortunate. But it's too bad for him. But he did, on a personal level for him, getting his third cap too in the AFCON. So congrats to him. But selfishly, like to get him back, give him a little bit of rest time, and then we can have him back. So. No, thanks for dropping in the chat, Ryan. Appreciate it. It's good to see people are watching and getting engaged. And again, I'm still figuring out. If you haven't been from the top, still figuring out the new system here. And I will make sure that these chats are up there and I can read them to everyone. We'll have this scroll calling. So thank you very much. Okay, so that's the Jodi Jones. That's the Jodi Jones transfer news. Whether that's true or not, we don't know. It had to come to fruition. Like you said, it's the 23rd today, so we got to see how much. We got to see what's going to happen. I think we will make some moves. I don't know what those are, but I think we're going to make some moves. So moving on, third topic here tonight, which is also from the leader. So this is what's out there on the website as well. But I got a little bit more information here. Basically, I'll go to our website to do a little bit different coverage here. Latest news, our website. So signed, club news. This is a club news. Young goalkeeper signs permanently for the Red Dragons. So Luke McNicholas joins at a permanent transfer from Sligo Rovers. Someone will rinse me on that. Is it Sligo or Slogo? Sligo or Slogo? Sligo Rovers. We're going with that. We're going Sligo Rovers. Wrexham AFC is delighted to announce the signing of goalkeeper Luke McNicholas on a permanent deal from Sligo. I'm calling it Sligo for now. Rovers, until someone tells me otherwise. Following his initial loan spell at the Stoke. McNicholas is 24. He signed a deal to remain in North Wales until 2026. Subject to clearance and was a youth international for the Republic of Ireland. Since arriving at the club, he has played 3 times for the Red Dragons, providing welcome competition for our goalkeeping ranks. And that's true. So obviously Howard is a little bit up there in age. I think he's 37. We have AO, who is on loan to the end of the season. I'm hoping we were able to secure him. I don't know. Obviously on loan from Arsenal. We're going to see what happens there. Sorry. We'll see what happens there with him. But 24 years old, he's a good age. Like I said, he's 2 years older than AO. Having signed with Wrexham on a permanent deal, McNicholas said, "I'm absolutely delighted since I've come over. I really enjoyed it. It's been a great group to come into. They've been really welcoming, and I'm really pleased to finally make my deal here, a permanent one. I wish it was AO, but hey, we're making signings. We just maybe the right ones. I'm gonna keep pushing and training," he says, and continue learning from the goalkeepers at the club and hopefully get my chance at the number 1 spot at some point in the future. Now, maybe they know something we don't know, that AO isn't going to sign permanently, so that could be something that's happening, but, all if, buts, and maybes, especially going back to, with the transfers, all if, buts, and maybes, but they got him here permanently. He's great. He's 24 years old, so that's good. Parkinson had a little quote here. He said, "We signed Luke. We did so with the protection of an option to make his signing permanent this month if he impressed us. He's a good young goalkeeper. We're enjoying working with him, and he has impressed us during his time with us. So we're delighted to complete his permanent signing." So that's good news for him. That's really good news for him, and good news for the club to get some younger blood in there. I.e., like I said, Howard's, I think, is 37 or 36 years old. AO is 22. This kid's 24. So good for him. That's a positive, and things are moving forward. So good competition for AO. Good competition for him. And I like where everything stands in that regard. But we got to hit the midfield. We got to hit the forwards, and center backs. God knows what's happening there. If we're gonna sign anybody, we got to make some signings. So that's very interesting stuff. So John H sends in greetings. What's up, John H? Sorry, I can see your chat down here. I can't have it up there. I apologize. I don't know what the hell I'm doing yet. So John H says, greetings. More than likely, Howard will be done by the end of the season. Arthur is still a possibility. John H, I totally agree. I believe probably Howard will stage left. Obviously, he's a little older. I don't want to be ageist at all. I understand. I mean, I'm older, but I don't play football. So be good for us to get. Listen, I'm sure Howard's a great locker room guy, and he's done great coverage while AO is out with his fracture in his face and his jaw. But if we're moving forward and we're going to get to where we need to be, we got to instill some younger blood. And I do believe that we're making moves, and we're being quietly behind the scenes making things happen. So that's good. But I totally agree. He's probably going to a stage left at the end of the season. And AO, I'm hoping we're making an AO move. I do watch AO on his Twitch streams a couple times a week. Really confident. He's really confident that he knows what he's like. He doesn't really get into talking about his what he's going to do, but he said he loves being here. He says that with his chest. He's like, I love being here. And he's not gonna on his Twitch stream say, hey, I'm staying at Wrexham or I'm leaving or whatever. So credit to him. It's really he's well beyond his years with his intelligence of what he wants to do. Especially when I was in my 20s, I had no idea what was going on. But he's really savvy, and I hope we do keep AO. All right, thanks John, thanks Ryan as well. Continue to put them in the chat. I'll interact with you guys down here, but appreciate it. All right, let's look at the standings and the results today. So there were games today. So initially, the initial results today were MK Dons beat Wimbledon 3-1. MK Dons beat Wimbledon 3-1. There was a red card in that match. And Bradford City and Salford drew 1-1. Our next league match is against Salford City, and I'll briefly, obviously, we'll do a preview on that. But it's in almost 12 days' time, something like that, 9 days' time, something. Salford City is our next league game. Mansfield Town, here's the one. Mansfield Town Sutton. Here we go. Here's the one. This is what makes this loss on the weekend not that bad. Mansfield Town drew with Sutton 1-1 today. That's a great result. A really, really great result. So I was when I saw that come through, I was like, whoa. I didn't think that was happening. But that helped us out. So here's how the table stands as the results today. We are still in second. So good news for us. We're still in second. As soft as that blow. Other thing is, the top three, Stockport, Wrexham, and Mansfield, have all now played 27 games. So we're on even standings now, and no one has a game in hand. So the points are, up or down. So we are all on even numbers. So at level there, I think that's kind of good. So we can get an assessment of actually where we are. So top goes like this. It is Stockport. Actually, I'll bring it over here because it's better this way. I can see more of the results here. Stockport are at top, 54 points. They obviously played 27 games. And then we're right behind them with 52 points. And Mansfield Town dropping 2 points today, 51 points. Behind them is number 4 is Crewe, Alexander. They played 28 games with 50. Barrow with 49. Remember, they were surging. Now they're that little up and down. And MK Dons, they're in 6th place. So, and after their win today, they're up into 6th. So I think that does soften the blow for us a little bit after our defeat, which it's unfortunate it happens. It was bound to happen at some point. So I think that's really good. I think it's a really good point that the results soften that loss, and top three have not all played the same amount of games. So we have a clear sign of exactly what's happening with the teams around us. So I think that the teams that are going to be there and thereabouts for the top three, in my opinion, as I look at this right now: Stockport, Wrexham, Mansfield, Crewe, and Barrow. Stockport, Wrexham, Mansfield, Crewe, and Barrow. I think those are the teams that are going to be battling for those top three. There's going to be 5 teams battling for those top 3 automatic positions, and so after that, you see, the playoff positions: Crewe, Barrow, and Milton Keynes Dons, and Notts County. So 4, 5, 6, and 7 are going to battle out for that other promotional spot of 4. So, and I got to say this: Crewe have won 4 on the trot, and drew their last, so they won 4 and drew their 5th, drew their last 1 out of 5. So they're surging a bit. Comes in from Ryan Spalding here, a little message in the chat here. Also helps that 4th and 5th have both played 28 games, so hopefully a little bit more of a cushion for us from behind. Cushion from behind. Sorry. We control our own destiny. John H says, win at home, draw on the road with an occasional loss sprinkled in, and we are okay. Totally agree, guys. I totally agree. I think that we will have it'll start to take shape. We'll start to see what's happening here, but we are in a good position. I think we need to go into the market, and I think we need to protect our players that are injured or have been injured. But this is we're doing everything what we need to do. We just need to continue to do it. Our away form isn't that great. I got to be honest. Our away form isn't that great. Our home form is a lot better. I want to get those stats at some point, but yeah, it's there's a lot going on. What else? There's something else I wanted to see here too on the website, and I didn't plan on talking about it because I don't know that much about it. So, geez, of course. So Hannah Kyriakopoulos retires from football. Midfielder confirms retiring after injury. So this is a Wrexham player. And I wasn't planning on talking about it, but it came up when I went to go see about our signing for McNicholas. Hannah Kyriakopoulos. Sorry, God, I'm so bad at. I apologize, Hannah. Hannah Kyriakopoulos retires from football. So she's in the kit, and it's unfortunate for this, but I want to bring this up because I want to talk about the women's team a little bit. And I see in the chat there, John H. I'll get to that in 1 second, but I want to get to this article real quick. Midfielder Hannah Kyriakopoulos has announced her retirement from playing as a result of injury. Ex-Wales international, she's 29 years old, signed for Wrexham in the summer and scored on her debut on the opening day in a 3-3 draw against Swansea City. After being unable to recover from injury, however, Carey, who previously played in the Women's Super League with Liverpool and Birmingham City, has now announced a retirement, and that's 29 years old. Still fairly young to be retiring, but understandably so. She's mentioned. Thanks, John. She mentioned on here, quote, "It's been a very difficult decision to make after a frustrating season for me personally, but I have to be realistic about it and also protect my future health." And that's very responsible, and you got to respect the decision. It's harder to do that than to go and play the game. To make that decision is very personal, I'm sure. As well as what is best for me, I hope the timing of the decision will assist the club in being able to assess their options in the transfer window. That's very, very well said. I'm proud to have played with the Women's Soccer League and to have represented my country, and was also so proud to be pull on the Wrexham shirt following my great-grandfather's footsteps, who score on my debut too. I'd like to wish Steve and the staff, the players, all the very best for the remainder of the season, which I'll be following as a supporter. She represented Wales 20 times, scoring 3 goals, having been spotted playing for our local team, Pennyford Juniors. Hannah played youth football for Tranmere and Liverpool. She played for Liverpool, Stoke, Birmingham, Derby at senior level before her move to Wrexham this summer. So just a note by Steve Dale, the manager. He said he'd like to thank Hannah for her efforts and off the pitch since signing for the football club. Our thanks go to the medical team and Hannah for her work while she's been out and injured. We're sorry that she has to take this very difficult decision. Hannah deserves great credit for her career. This is the manager still, during which she has played at the highest level and flown the flag for North Wales on the biggest stages, and we all like to wish her the very best of luck in the future. So wish you luck, Hannah. I know it's probably obviously not the decision that you want to make, but so you got to look out for your future, and it's very that's tough. So best of luck in the future, and thank you. But I wanted to put that out there. I saw that come up, and wasn't planning on doing that one, but I want to cover the club as much as possible, and I think it makes sense. So this is from John H. in the chat here, the live chat. John H. says there are 57 points left. Oh, geez. We get 40 of them in League One. Here we come. I like that. He goes on to say, you're saying her name and can't say Owen O'Connell. Okay, it's Owen. Laugh out loud. But it doesn't read like that. It says Egan, right? Hold on. How do you say it's? If I'm selling with Tom O'Connor, Egan, is it just Owen? It's Owen. You're gonna rinse me in there. So yes, I got it. So thanks, John. I appreciate that. John H. says Duran is out for the season too. Oh no, is that on there as well? That's not good. I think I saw that come up too. Oh, shoot. So Duran is out for the season as well. That's not good. It's Gaelic. It's Gaelic, he says. John, I know you guys can't. You probably see that's the live chat down there. It is Gaelic. Thank you, John. O-N. Okay, so Owen O'Connell. Thank you, John. Thank you, John. All right, so this is the new attempt at getting the format. I will make sure that the chat will be up there. I'm figuring it out. It's a much more powerful system than StreamYard, which we use. I promise we will get there, and I thank you everyone for staying in with me and struggling through all this stuff. But I promise we'll get to better places. I hope the sound is okay. I'm actually going to ask the live chat before we get off. How was the sound levels tonight? Because I know yesterday they were not that great. Then I'll jump off. And so if I can see that real quick before we go, just let me know. And I apologize for the eye line as well. Like I said, the chat is down there. What do we got the rest of the week? And like I said, so tomorrow is Wednesday. We'll get to the news and update show. Thursday morning, planning on having Richard Williams from The Leader on. We were supposed to have him on last week. Things didn't work out, but we did connect. I put it in there. I'm hoping to get him on. Sound is good, says a random guy. Thank you, a random guy. Appreciate that. Ryan, thank you, Ryan. Thank you, John. Sounds fine here in in Massachusetts. John H. was from Boston, and guess apparently Mike is not from Boston. That's good to see everyone in the chat. And I will make sure this all gets worked out. So yes, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Friday I might be in the air, so I hope to try to get a show up at some point, and then we'll do a Saturday. Might do a watch along for Stockport. That might be, or who else is playing on Saturday? Stockport is playing on Saturday. We might catch that game. Or there was another really good game coming up. Stockport Harrogate. Is that right? No, that's wrong. Where are the games on there? Stockport, Notts County, Stockport was postponed. We might do a game on Saturday. Sorry, I'm fumbling through here. Might do a game on Saturday if all works out from Connecticut. Sunday, obviously, we do a preview show. Might have Mike on and a couple other people if they want to join. I'll figure out how to do that on this thing. If not, I'll go back to the other one, but figure out how to join. And then Monday, we will be doing a live watch along for the FA Cup Round 4 match as we go to Ewood Park and take on Blackburn Rovers. Okay. Thank you very much. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you for your support, and we are on our way. And on that bombshell, I will see everyone soon.